Jai Shri Shri Radha Gandharva Giridhari ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nithai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 27, Text number 17. Kshiyamane swasabandhe ekasmin bahavidha chintam param jagamaraha Chintam param jagamārataha sarashtra pura bandhavaha Shiyamane swasabandhe Shiyamane swasabandhe Ekasmin bahuvirida Chintam param jagamārataha Sarashtra pura bandhavaha Kshiyamane swasabandhe Kshiyamane swasabandhe Ekasmin bahavirida Chintam param jagamartaha Sarashtra pura bandhavaha Kshiyamane swasabandhe Ekasmin bahavirida Chintam param jagamartaha Sarashtra pura bandhavaha Kshiyamane swasabandhe Ekasmin bahavirida Chintam param jagamartaha Sarashtra pura bandhavaha. Any Matajis? Kshiyamane swasabandhe Ekasmin bahuvirida Chintam param jagamartaha Sarashtra pura bandhavaha. Word to word, Kshiyamane, when he became weak, Swasambandhe, his intimate friend, Ekasmin, alone, Bahubi, with many warriors, Yuddha, by battle, Chintam, anxiety, Param, very great, Jagama, obtained, Artaha, being aggrieved, Sa, along with Rashtra, of the kingdom, Pura, of the city, Bandhavaha, friends and relatives. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation: because he had to fight alone with so many soldiers, all of whom were great warriors, the serpent with 5 hoods became very weak. Seeing that his most intimate friend was weakening, King Puranjana and his friends and citizens living within the city all became very anxious. Purport: the living entity resides within the body and struggles for existence with the limbs of the body, which are referred to here as citizens and friends. One can struggle alone with many soldiers for some time, but not for all the time. The living entity within the body can struggle up to the limit of 100 years with good luck, but after that it is not possible to prolong the struggle. Thus the living entity submits and falls victim. In this regard, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung Vriddha Kala Haro Saba Sukha Bhagala. When one becomes old, it becomes impossible to enjoy material happiness. Generally, people think that religion and piety come at the end of life. And at this time, one generally becomes meditative and takes some so-called yogic process to relax in the name of meditation. Meditation, however, is simply a farce for those who have enjoyed in sense gratification. As described in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, meditation, dhyana, dharana, is a difficult subject matter that one has to learn from his very youth. To meditate, one must restrain himself from all kinds of sense gratification. Unfortunately, meditation has now become a fashion for those who are overly addicted to sensual things. Such a meditation is defeated by the struggle for existence. Sometimes, such a meditative process passes for transcendental meditation. King Puranjana, the living entity, being thus victimized by the hard struggle for existence, took to transcendental meditation with his friends and relatives. Om Ajnanatamandasya Gnanajanashlakaya Chakshur Unmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namni Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharni Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Destani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So very happy to be here in Bangalore temple. Sri Gandharika Giridhara temple, Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple. I think about 3 years back I came here, 3 or 4 years back, gave one morning Bhagavatam class. You were there that time? 4 years back I came here, gave a class, morning class. After 4 years I've come here and I see the change in this temple. Everything's been beautified so nicely, very thrilling, very sweet. And the way the painting's been done, the way it's been decorated very traditionally, very naturally, with nice beautiful rangolis, nice hanging small plants. It's very impressive, very nice. And also the deities also so beautifully dressed, very nice. The mood is very good. So this is a beautiful story. Attacked by Chandavega and the city of Puranjana. It's a Puranjana story. Puranjana story, amazing it is actually. It's about our story, about our life. Puranjana is nobody but we. You see. Actually, I think 1997 or 98, we took this Puranjana. Remember? Rupesh was there, I think. And we discussed the entire chapter in Tirupati. And very impressive. Achinbari, a wonderful devotee and a king, Rajarishi, he was. He wasn't. He was a king, but very good devotee, following the Vedic Dharma very nicely. And he was doing a lot of yajnas, as per the Vedas, doing a lot of sacrifices. So one day Narada Muni comes there to Prachin Bari. Prachin Barishit actually, I say Prachin Bari. So Narada Muni, they were conversing. And Narada Muni said, why are you committing so many offenses? Oh Narada Muni, what offenses I am committing? You are killing so many animals. Can't you say so? You are killing so many animals. Narada Muni, I am doing as per the Vedas. It's all Vedic sacrifices. It's like this, it's been told here, it's been told like this. As per the Brahmanas, I've been doing all these things, killing the animals. Then Narada Muni says, okay, fine, but there will be reaction. There will be reaction. Why? I'm following the scriptures. You're following the scriptures, but there will be reaction. Why? Scriptures are divided into 3. Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic and transcendental. But you are following Tamasic and Rajasic part of the scriptures, Vedas. Tarko apratishta Shutayo Vibhinna. Shruta means actually Vedas. Binnas, different parts are there, 3 parts mainly. Shrutriyo Binna. So, why I am following, I don't know all these things. Brahmanas are saying, as per the Vedas, I am doing the sacrifices. He's not convinced. Then Narada says, look there. Then Prachin Bari looks up. He sees all the animals. Jai Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. So, look there. All the animals with all the fangs, teeth, with all the claws, fierce eyes, fierce looking very brutal. They're all ready to jump on Prachin Bari. They're all so angry with Prachin Bari. So immediately Prachin Bari gets scared. Narada, what is this? Yes, it's all reactions. It's all reactions. Then he narrates the story. It's an allegorical story. So beautifully Narada creates there and then a story to help Prachin Bari. After hearing the story, Prachin Bari says, Narada Muni, you are talking about me? Narada Muni says, yes, it's you. The Puranjana is me? Yes, you. Puranjana is you. So the story of a Puranjana. Puranjana, a Jiva. He was just wandering, a king. He was moving around. It can be a beautiful city, beautiful mountains, beautiful gardens, beautiful lakes, everything so wonderful and so nice. You thought, wow, what a city. I have not seen a city like this, so beautiful. There is a beautiful palace with a fort. And there is a beautiful young girl. She was playing the ball. She was dazzling, charming, beautiful glances, amazing personality. So Puranjana saw, oh my God, what a beauty she is. He was awestruck with the beauty. And she was looking at Puranjana, the eye glances. So it's been said, we should be very careful. The poison is there in the fangs of the snake. Poison is there in the tail of the scorpion. Poison is there in the eyes of the woman. The snake will bite with the fangs. The scorpion will hit the person with the tail. And the woman with a glance, she can kill a person. Not the devotees. General. Don't mistake, not the devotees. One glance is enough, man will collapse. So that's the danger of the association with women who is not practicing Vedic Dharma. So he got attracted. First he restrained himself, Puranjana. But her beauty, her glances were too much. He could not control. He approaches. Asks, what's your name? My name is Puranjani. Puranjani. What's your name? My name is Puranjana. Puranjana and Puranjana. When Puranjana was moving around, he came with his friend also, Avijnata. Close friends. But the moment he saw this girl, Puranjani, he was least bothered about Avijnata. He never cared for him. Avijnata left. He also left. Avijnata walked away. He got attracted to Puranjani. So the beautiful city, Navadvara Puri. It's called Navadvara Puri. It's a beautiful with 9 gates. With 9 gates. They had a wonderful time, Puranjana and Puranjani. Puranjani always she was guarded by a 5-hooded snake, Panchanaga. 5-hooded snake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 11 soldiers, a lot of other soldiers. All is protecting the city and very powerful soldiers. Some 350 soldiers. So they had a wonderful time as the days went on. Eventually, they came to know Kala is attacking. Kala, I don't remember the names. The Kala is attacking. There are so many personalities attacking. They are neighboring cities, neighboring forts. He never bothered. He never bothered. Then finally, the Kala and others, they attacked Navadvarapuri. The 500 snake gave a solid fight. The soldiers gave a solid fight. This is a verse. But the soldiers started dying one by one, one by one, one by one. And the Panchanaga, the 500 snake, got killed. And finally, the Puranjana was killed. Puranjana, as he was leading his life with Puranjani, he was so attached to her. When Puranjani is walking, he'll walk behind her. When Puranjani sits down, he will sit down. Puranjani laughs, he will laugh. Puranjani cries, he will cry. Puranjani sleeps, he will sleep. So nicely was following Puranjani. His whole consciousness was just Puranjani consciousness. Actually, one should be Krishna consciousness. It's been said here in the Bhagavatam. The Abhignata, the friend who came with him, is nobody but Super Soul, Paramatma. But he never bothered about him. He was a friend. He never bothered. He was bothered about this woman. What is the woman? Puranjani? Polluted intelligence. Puranjani is polluted intelligence. That 500 snake is Pancha Prana. Prana, Vyana, Udana, Samana, Apana. 5 types of air. And the prana is the one, it is near the heart region. Prana, the soul is situated. The soul is floating in the prana. When the person dies, the prana moves out. In the prana, soul is there. When the prana moves out, we say, Prana hoitu, prana poindi, prana chal gaya, right? Actually, but the prana, again, it is material. It is not spiritual. But the soul within the prana is spiritual. The 5 types of air are very important in this body. Without the air, this body cannot function. My talking now is because of air. My eating prasadam is because of air. My eyes closing and opening, eyelids closing and opening is air. Without air, we cannot sleep also. Closing an eyes is not possible without air. It's a pneumatic. It's a small pneumatic cylinders are here. The pneumatics and the mind says yes, and the brain tells open, eyelid opens. Close, it closes. It's all operated by these airs. Apart from these 5 airs, there are another 10 airs out there. It's all pneumatic. Pneumatic is air. I think many of you, some engineers, they know what is pneumatics. Or pneumatic cylinders, or how they function in the companies or in any gadgets or machines. So the entire body is pneumatic. It's all by air, controlled by air. So Puranjana dies. At the time of death, what he was thinking? Puranjani. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejadyante kalevaram tam tam eviti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. At the time of death, what is the state of consciousness we have? Accordingly, we get the next body. Puranjana thought of a woman and died. He became a woman. Bharata Maharaj thought of the deer and died. He became a deer. So one should be very careful what kind of consciousness I am building up now. If I have money consciousness, next birth, I'll be a rich man. The piety is there. Woman consciousness, next birth I have to wear a sari, no doubt. Puranjana, a powerful king, now he's in the sari, he was a woman, princess. And he got married to a king. At this time, this Puranjana in the form of a woman was attached to man, king. So attached. Same thing, Navadvarapuri. What is Navadvarapuri? This body with the 9 gates. eyes, nose, ears, mouth, anus and genitals. And Prabhupada says, as the age attacks us, as the Kala attacks us, first the 9 gates will be diseased. With the attacks with the gates. That's why I say wearing specs means time is over. Without specs you cannot see it. You cannot see things properly. Voice fault, as you age the voice falters. As you age, ears will become dull. As you age, there will be a constipation problem. You cannot evacuate properly. As you age, even you cannot urinate properly. All the 9 gates get diseased. This is an indication you are dying. Watch out. Watch out, you are dying. And that may come to anybody, young, old, man, woman, anybody. But person who knows Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, who knows Bhagavata Dharma, will be careful. Oh, I got to watch out. I got to be careful. So you'll chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada so beautifully, he has spoon-fed us how to practice bhakti. Well, he has spoon-fed us. So how this person got allured? Paranjana seeing the city, he got allured. Once Srila Prabhupada was walking in Beverly Hills in America. Beverly Hills is the most famous place in the world. All the Hollywood stars stay there. So as he was moving there, walking, morning japa walk with Bhavananda Prabhu and few other senior devotees, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they're taking a walk. Very beautiful place, Beverly Hills. Beautiful lakes, waterfalls, beautiful mansions like palaces. So nice green, nice beautiful pine trees, such a nice fragrance. So Bhavananda Prabhu was looking all around, wow, what a place. He was appreciating, Prabhupada was simply chanting and walking. Then he told Prabhupada, look at this place, Prabhupada, it's so beautiful, like paradise. Look at the mansions, look at the gardens, look at the lakes, look at the waterfalls. Prabhupada, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Prabhupada collected all the mucus in the mouth. No, he spit, no? He collected all the mucus in the mouth, he spat. He spat, he spat. Bhavananda Prabhu was shocked. As long as we get allured by this material world, we'll be here. We should not make that mistake. Wow, such a beautiful building. Wow, such a beautiful garden. Wow, this place is wonderful. No hope. We cannot go back to Godhead. So Prabhupada spat. He collected all the mucus in the mouth and he spat. And he never said anything. Bhavananda Prabhu thought, Prabhupada, did he spat for my words or he spat naturally? He never had the courage to ask. He kept quiet, then he understood his Paramatma. The super soul, made Prabhupada to spit, maybe. There's a message for me. I should not get allured by these beautiful things. Srila Prabhupada and all the disciples went to one house. The Grahastha came with a beautiful wife, with beautiful children, beautiful palace-like house. And he started explaining about his wife, about his children. All all relatives he explained. Then Prabhupada said, Prabhupada said, told the disciples, don't get allured, be careful. Don't get allured. Treat it as a garbage. It's like a garbage. When you see something nice, beautiful mansion, don't think, I don't have one like that. Don't. Matravat paradareshu, paradravishu lostavat. Atmavat sarvabhuteshu, e paschati sa panditaha. Chanakya Pandit says. See all the women as mother. See all the women as mother. Don't get allured. See others, people, property as garbage or mud. Atmavat sarvabhuteshu. Treat others the way you want to be treated. E paschati sa panditaha. Such a person is a learned person. He is a pandita, he is educated. Not simply get PhD. Just get 2 PhDs, double PhDs. He is not educated. unless you know about these three principles. This is the material education. Then what is spiritual education? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Kavyashchini. Shuni Shaiva Shipe Kacha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Spiritual education is this. See everybody, not the externals, inside, soul and the super soul. That is spiritual education. Then he is fit to go back to Godhead. Material education and spiritual education. What is this material education? Three principles. See other woman as your mother. See other people's property as mud, garbage. Treat others the way you want to be treated. These three principles is materially educated. Seeing a Brahmana, seeing a cow, elephant, dog eater as same, not seeing the external, seeing inside, soul and the super soul, is spiritually educated. Such person is fit to go back to Godhead. To get spiritually educated, these three principles are important. To call yourself a devotee, first these three principles, because he is a Brahmana. Other woman is my mother, except for his wife. Others people's property is mud. Treat everybody nicely, the way I want to be treated. He is a Brahmana. He is fit to become a spiritualist now. Spiritually, get educated to see the soul and the super soul. Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Ye Paschiti Sa Panditaha, that's material education. Panditaha Samadarshinaha, Sama, see everybody as same. Spiritual education. So, never had the spiritual education, Uparanjana. He got allured. Finally, what happened? He became a woman. And got attached to man again. My husband. Then one day husband died. Then my husband, then next he will become man. He became she, now she will become he. So she put the fire, everything, my husband crying like anything. Good lady, she want to get into the fire. Then a Brahmana comes, hey, hold on. You forgot, you are Puranjana. You became a woman. Now you think of your husband. Next birth you become a man. This is going on from time immemorial. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam, birth, death, old age and disease. This cycle you are caught up, samsara chakra. Come on, control your mind. Manam param karanam amnanti samsara chakra parivadyadhyat. Mind is the cause for this birth and death. Control the mind. As Lord says in the Gita, Jitatmanaha prashantasya. Conquer your mind. Paramatma samayataha. Then you have reached Krishna. Paramatma samayataha. Lord in the heart, you know Him. You are always with Him. You walk with Him. That is Krishna consciousness. Paramatma samayataha. Sita ushna sukadukeshu tata manapamanayo. Heat or cold, happiness, distress, honor, dishonor, it is all same for such a person who has conquered the mind. So the Brahmana tells, oh lady, come on. Now don't worry, become Krishna conscious. Don't die. Never get into the fire. No sati. You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And the Brahmana is, who is the Brahmana? Super soul. Super soul as a Brahmana in the heart, same Brahmana as a Guru. Either super soul instructs you or the Guru outside. Externally Guru instructs, internally super soul. Because we are not qualified to take the instructions from the Lord, Lord arranges a Guru. He is not listening to me. Okay, now my form only, Acharya. He tells, do this. Follow the Guru, we are safe. Otherwise we are Puranjanas. Keep on taking birth. Very pathetic it is, very pathetic. And we get beaten black and blue in this material world. We get beaten black and blue in this material world. So many problems. Again, Lord says, you listen to me. Machitta Saradurgani. Durgani means again the fort. The fort is mentioned here. This body is a fort. And this fort, so many problems happening. The mind is creating havoc, explosions in the head, the mind. Manam param karanam. There will be explosions inside. You have seen the volcano explosions? We have seen the cinemas, right? Cinemas. Volcano explodes. Huge fire coming out from the mountains. Volcano explosions. And people get scared. It's quite dangerous. These volcano explosions will devastate the villages, kill many people. But like that, so many explosions here in the mind. Explosions in the family. Explosions in the countries. People are suffering. Why? Uncontrolled mind. Uncontrolled mind. So Lord says, Jitatmana Prashantasya. When you conquer the mind, Paramatma Samayataha, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. When one is practicing devotional service, there will be explosions. There will be explosions. But explosion in the ocean, anything happens? Volcanoes in the ocean, they explode. Boom. Outside, boom. In the water, it explodes. But nothing happens because the mass of volume is huge. Water is huge. Nothing happens. Tons of explosions inside the ocean. Nothing happens because that is devotional service. Explosions may take place. So what? Devotional service. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. In that, these are all will die. That is Krishna consciousness. Jitatma, Prashantasya, Prashanta. The moment you conquer the mind, Prashantasya. Come on, my dear friend, experience some peace. Why you are suffering? Shudra fellow. Why you are suffering? Shudra. Grab, become Brahmana. Don't be a Shudra. Grab, become a Brahmana. Why you suffer? Why you punish yourself? Why you take a whip yourself? Stop it. Don't be a Shudra. What is the meaning of Shudra? Lamenting. Always crying for this body and the bodily connections. Don't be a Shudra. Be a Brahmana. For the Brahmana, we should get educated by a bona fide spiritual master. Get educated by a bona fide spiritual master. How? Pranipatena, Pariprashana, Sevaya. By 3 principles. Become humble. Become humble first. Then ask some questions. Hear from the Guru. And do some service. Tattva Darshanaha. Then you are blessed about Tattva. What is Tattva? Krishna. Tattva is Gahandhirvaka Giridhari, Radha Govinda, Radha Madhava. That is the Tattva. So, like that. So, Lord says, Machitta Sarvadurgani. So many problems, no, Arjuna? So many problems. Mat Prasada Tarisasi. But my Prasada, by my grace, all your problems will go away. Atasatvam ahankara. Don't act with ahankara. I know this, I know better than Bhagavatam, I know better than Bhagavad Gita, I know better than my Guru. Atasatvam ahankaram, nashoshasi, vinakshasi. If you don't listen to me, you are lost. What is that? Background music. You can stop that? Few more minutes, and we are finished. So like that, Nashoshasi, Vinakshati. If you don't listen to me, you're gone. You listen to me. How you listen to me? This is the one. This is listening. You give class, he gives class, he gives class, I give class, we all give class to each other, and we listen. Prabhupada class, Guru's class, Vaishnava's class. Bodhayant Parasparam. Katantascha Mam Nityam. That's why Srila Prabhupada runs Bhagavatam class every day morning. Bhagavad Gita class in the evening. See, Prabhupada, everything is taken care of us. And then, Tushyanticha, Ramanticha. Bodhayanta Parasparam, Katantascha Nityam, Tushyanticha, totally satisfied in life. What is satisfaction? Tomorrow death comes, Hare Krishna to everybody. Bye-bye. That is satisfaction. This is pending. Oh, that is pending. I have not done this one. Oh, I have not. Hang it. The same story from so many births. Same story, same dialogue last birth also. I have not completed. You will never complete. In the middle one, never. It's not possible. Same story. Don't repeat the story. Tushyanticha, totally satisfied. Ramanticha, happy. Hare Krishna. Prabhu's Mataji, see you all in Golaka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha Dham. Haribo. Haribo. That's it. Great, let's get ready for that. It's not all that easy, but efforts, endeavor. We have to endeavor, be absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Absorption is very important. Absorption is very important. So this poor Puranjana, after listening to the Brahmana, the super soul, the Guru, okay, come on now, don't jump into fire. Don't jump into fire. Never jump into fire. Practice Krishna consciousness. She listened to that Brahmana, life was successful. Puranjana got liberated. After hearing the story, Prachin Bari said, thank you, Narada Muni. And you know what? He is supposed to wait for his sons Prachetas. Crown them. Hand over the city to the Prachetas. Then go to the forest for Vanaprastha. After hearing the story, he never waited for his sons. No wasting time. Now, today, I am leaving. Narada Muni asked, your sons, hang them. Kingdom, hang it. What are you doing? I am going to Krishna. When? Now. Narada Muni tapped his back. Good. Once this story really helped you. Sabash, Sabash, Prachin Bari, carry on. I bless you. Go immediately. No packing, nothing. He ran away. That's all. That's the story of Prachin Bari. He ran away to the forest, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, blissful life, and went back to Godhead. So this is the essence of this katha. Prabhupada, so many instructions he gave. Once he was in the train, moving in the train. Prabhupada, all the disciples were sitting. Prabhupada asked, you want to become Brahma? No, Prabhupada. You want to become Brahma? No, Prabhupada. You want to become Brahma? No, Prabhupada. Good. To become Brahma is very easy. Prabhupada says, material desires. Again, we should understand. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains there are 4 types of Brahmas. Devotee Brahma, Brahma who follows Karma Kanda, the Brahma who follows Jnana Kanda, and the Brahma who follows in between Jnana Kanda and Bhakti Kanda. So the Brahma who follows only Bhakti Kanda, he'll go back to Godhead. Jnana Kanda and Karma Kanda, he'll come back and practice Bhakti, lot of Jnana. Jnana and Karmi and Jnani, they'll stay in the middle, even Brahmas, they'll keep on taking births. So our Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, is transcendental. That's why in the Sampradaya. We are in that Sampradaya. So we are lucky. We are lucky. Prabhupada said, you want to become Brahma? No, Prabhupada. What do you want to become? Devotee. You become a devotee. Devotee Dasa. Dasa is the highest designation. Not the GBC in ISKCON. Not the temple president in ISKCON. These are designations for service. But the real designation is Dasa. The real designation is Dasi. That's a very big title. Very big title. That's why we see all the Purandara Dasa, Kanakadasa, Karnataka, famous. All great dasas. That's a big title. When Purandara Dasa came to Tirupati from Karnataka, when he saw Lord Balaji, what did he pray? Dasana Mariko Yenna, Sahasranamada Venkatramana, Durubuddhi Ennalli Bidisu. Oh my Lord, Venkateshwara, you got thousands of names. You just make me servant, Dasa. That's the highest. Make me your servant. Dasana Mariko Yenna. Make me your servant. That's the high one, yes. So, to serve the Lords, their Lordships, very sincerely, very carefully, meticulously, to please them. Then when Lord is pleased, mat prasada tarasyasi. When Lord's grace falls on us, life is successful. The Lord's grace is not that atashatvam ahankaram. I control my life with my mind. I control this world with my mind, and I'm caught up in this material world. So this is a story of Puranjana. We'll stop here. Anybody has any questions to ask? Questions or comments are welcome. Okay, we'll close it here. Yeah, please.
Actually, I heard not on this class, but Brahma, you said, we have a parampara.
Yeah.
From Brahma. So, Brahma is a post that we hear, Brahma is a post.
Exactly right.
But we don't hear the name of the Brahma. So, why is it like that? Is there any significance?
Okay, there may be mentioned in the Puranas, I don't know actually. Brahma is a poster, Indra is a poster. Okay, you get the point. There are the names. But generally, like we call Chaturmukha Brahma. Like that, so many Mukha Brahmas are there. In the past from Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when Brahma questioned Lord Krishna, we meant to say more Brahmas are there, then millions and billions of Brahmas came. Unlimited Brahmas came.
Even Brahma
Brahma
Mohan Leela.
Exactly, Krishna. Okay, Brahmas came. Then these our Chaturmukha Brahma is like a small mosquito. They're all huge. They had 100 heads, million heads. We don't know the names. Chaturmukha Brahma, we know what I heard. There may be some name also, maybe in some Purana mentioned, we don't know. Indra was a title in this. Prabhupada says the title and the person. Then Indra title is there. You get the point? Devendra. And cow Shurabhi said to Krishna while doing Abhishekam, actually you are our Indra. You are our Indra, not that Indra. You are our Indra. Indra means who maintains. Okay, so like that. Anything else? Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nithai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.